Says council meetings should remain virtual as Quebec enters a sixth wave of COVID-19. Last week, the province asked municipalities to return to in-person meetings, and some doctors say that might not be a good idea. Ian Wood has more.
From Parliament Hill to City Hall, Zoom meetings have kept governments running through the pandemic.
There are people who were in Florida this winter who were able to access our meetings, ask questions because they were on YouTube.
But now the province says it's time for city councils to resume in-person sessions, something Côte St. Luc councillor Mike Cohen says could put people at risk.
Just as a sixth wave is starting, it's another example of our provincial government putting its head in the sand and making us try to believe that COVID is over.
And some municipalities may hold off. Montreal City Council has officially moved to face-to-face meetings, but a spokesperson for the executive committee wouldn't confirm if the next council meeting will be in person. They say they're still waiting to see if public health measures change once again. But some political analysts say this is unlikely, as the government is facing pressure from the Quebec Conservatives, who are against many restrictions.
You know, there is a sense that a lot of people are unhappy with public health restrictions, and they are becoming more vocal politically. So we saw that with the so-called trucker convoy this winter, and we saw that also in Quebec recently with the rise of the Conservative Party of Quebec.
The National Assembly returned to in-person sittings last month, as many of the province's health restrictions were eased. Now as many as 10 MNAs are now out with COVID, including the Premier and some ministers.
All it takes is for one person to have COVID to spread it to others, and especially in political settings where politicians have this habit of taking their masks off when they're going to give a formal speech.
Given the rising case counts, Cohen says municipal councils should be left to their own decision on when to return.
I realize politically the provincial government does not want to reimpose all the restrictions they did before, and I'm not saying they should. I've chosen, personally, not to eat in restaurants, not to go to the Bell Centre, not to go to entertainment venues. That's my choice.
Côte St. Luc's next council meeting is on April 11th, and at this point, it will be in person. Ian Wood, CTV News.